Hi everyone, it's Lori-Lynn, Spirit Within Us, and thank you for being here. Today I'm just going to, I'm going to have 7 different piles just with short messages about what you need to perhaps think about during today. I'll use 3 decks to see if I can figure out what the main message is. And so I've got a clear heart crystal. I have a green calcite, blue, another blue one. This one's a little gray. My purple heart, and peach. So just pick one of those, and I will begin to shuffle the decks and see what message that you're needing for today or this weekend. So the first one is the crystal angel. Okay, so the card states that when I'm in a state of appreciation, I'm in vibrational alignment with my true love nature. And so take the time. It's just reminding you that, especially if, you may be feeling down, or you may be just having just different thoughts, because we're in a place we've never been before in our entire lives. So it's to remind yourself of what state you are in vibrationally, and to put your hands on your heart or over your heart, and just breathe into this for a little bit. And as you're doing so, send yourself messages of love and support, and then send messages of all that you are truly grateful for. And so that your whole DNA, that your internal nervous system is going to change over to one that is based on love and respect and appreciation and gratitude. So this is a card, I do believe that it's talking about a relationship with somebody. And so attune into your own love within yourself, and that's what's going to bring through the relationship for you, whether it be a friend, work, whatever it is that you're looking for. But this state of appreciation is what will bring forth the love that you, I'm going to say, so much want. And so the second card is divine patience. And it says, my soul brings forth the right conditions and opportunities for me. The best answers and solutions are delivered at the best times. And so this is about trust and staying in the state of appreciation. So everything that comes to you, everything that that you are given or either shown, or however that is, but you're going to radiate that out, and it will all come to you in divine timing. And typically what in divine timing means is when all the conditions set forth are aligned and set up for feeling that gratitude and pulling that magnetism in towards yourself. And the last card for the first is the card of skill, ancestor of skill. So there is a, whatever you're dealing with, wherever you're going through, you have the skills within yourself to work your way through and to manage how you're feeling. And so to take that time and to really resonate with the skill that's inside of you, and always ask for help when necessary. If you're feeling alone and burdened, ask for help. Ask for your next right move of what is necessary that you need to do to open yourself up to receiving, being a magnetic pull for abundance, for relationship, for knowledge, wisdom, financial abundance. All of that is a skill that we acquire. And so we have to break down a lot of the notions that we had in our head prior to this and create that space that is open so that we can bring within ourselves a love that we truly want. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for pile number 1. Pile number 2, which is the green calcite. And so kind of doing it backwards, so I'll do it the way I'm supposed to. So the first message that comes out, this is going to definitely be about opening your heart chakra. And so the second message is, when I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know how, when it will happen. And really, that's what it's about. There's a space that you're entering that really is asking you to be to trust that everything will work out for the highest good of self and all of those involved. And so that's always saying, when you're acting and you're living from that place of love and guidance from within, when you're connected to spirit, that it's the radiance of love that flows through. And we just need to stay in that state as much as possible, as much as we can, and to really become that place of spiritual alignment, to live from that place because of the trust that you have. So the next card that comes up is the Dancer of Frustration. And so this is telling me that you're in a period or at a time that you may have been trying it and it hasn't been succeeding. So with that, you have to now look within yourself to see where your blocks are, how you may yourself be pushing away, how you may be secluding yourself, and what frustrates you and why it frustrates you. We do this dance with frustration, as we just try to block it down, but it's not about blocking it down. It's about breathing it out. It's about feeling it. If you're feeling a certain way, feel that, and then bring yourself to that wholeness, that alignment with spirit that wants to radiate and work with you to create the life that you most deserve. And so then the final card is Love-Based Reality, which all three are basically saying the same. The frustration is coming from a place that you perhaps don't feel worthy of being loved, that you don't feel worthy of gifts or worthy of another person. And so the love-based reality is going back to that place when you nurture your soul and you surround yourself with friends and family, all who support a love-based reality, not reality based on fear, not reality based on doubts, self-doubts, or past manipulations. This is a reality that is just based in love. And so to get to that place, to really allow your heart to open, so it's removing the blocks that are set up, and to dance around this frustration, and to, you can go, well, I feel great today, and then the next day comes and you're not feeling so great. This is about keeping that spiritual alignment open and very clear for you. Okay, so the next rock is the blue. Oops. Okay, so a couple of cards just really came up within this. So I'm actually going to use them all, and just this pile may be seemingly in a state of worry, and it possibly is in a state of anxiety, a state of constant worry. And so the card says, instead of working about the future, I know all is well when I'm aligned in the moment. And so this card always, it's asking us to be present and not to go back to a different place, but to be present in this moment, knowing in this moment that you are okay, that everything is good, that everything's nurtured, that everything is fine and going your way. So rather than worrying about the next step, it's being very clear that right here, right now, you are okay. And the next card that came up with that one is, in stillness, I receive. And it actually shows that is the woman putting her hands on her heart and being very quiet and being very still. And this can be a mantra in saying, in stillness, I receive. I receive what I'm worthy of. I receive what I deserve. I honor myself. I respect myself. And I live in this present moment. And so it's in this place of stillness that I receive. Okay, so that's aligning with the last card. The next card that came out with that, I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith and love in the universe. The universe is ready for you. The universe really wants to assist you, wants to help you, but you have to strengthen your faith right now. Strengthen your faith that all of those things that you are worthy and deserving of, that job that you really want, that maybe it's just a peaceful household, that you are deserving of that, and visualizing that, seeing that clearly within your own mind, how you expect it to be, and take each moment as it is and when it's for. And so just allowing the inner sense of quiet that happens right now multiply, and strengthening your faith and love to manifest what your true desires are. Okay, so the next card that comes with that. Oh. Okay, so this is part of the reason that I think now with all those cards, this card is the one of heart healing. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and deeper relationship with myself. So perhaps you have a relationship that you're dealing with, or you're coming out of, or you're trying to repair. And so this card is asking you to be courageous and allow yourself to heal, to know that you're worthy, to know that you're deserving, to know that you're open to receive, and heal that heart space and allow it to grow and grow and grow, and to really resonate from that space, from that place within your heart, as your heart has, or as it begins to heal. You have to allow your heart to heal. That's what it is. Okay, so two cards come up now, and the first one is the Spirit of Love, and the other one's the Ancestor of Illusion. And so what you may be experiencing at this time, to really go back to the place of love and not fear. And so really embracing that and seeing the lessons and seeing the love that really is brought to you, that shines through you to assist others and also for others to assist you. And the relationship issue that's transpiring at this time, the one that you're wanting to heal, there's a deeper message within that relationship. And so that's for you to discover in that quiet place that you need to find the inner state of quiet so that your heart can heal and you do just from a place of love, and that you understand that all of life is an illusion, and to trust. So the next one is that's blue sodalite, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. So the first card that comes out, and this is about an awareness of your inner health. And so just saying that right at this point in your life, that how important your inner well-being is, how important it is for you, how important it is for your journey, and know that you have this inner wellspring of love. And when we embrace that and we cleanse and we heal and we clear it, that inner wellspring will just overflow and it will radiate outwards to the rest of the world and allow you to just radiate that essence. And that's for you is to not allow the negativity or the passions to fall, to keep your sense of self, your sense of who you are, your gifts, and the gift of love is the most important at that point. And so the next card that comes up in that regard is Ancestor of Hope. Okay, so I do feel that somehow that there's been a break or a series of events that may have caused anxiety or perhaps panics, or what you're being guided towards at this time is that you need to go back to the hope. We're all given lessons and experiences, situations, circumstances that work with us to learn the lessons that we need for our soul's highest good. And so the Ancestor of Hope is here and wants you to lean on them just so that they can give you that hope that perhaps you had for the longest time. You just kept hoping and praying, and that's the place that you need to go back to, is to find that love within yourself and aligning with it, and completely and wholly love yourself and see that there is hope out there. And the final card, this is it. Believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't see the result. So that again lines up well with the card of Ancestor of Hope. It's so much about that just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I can relate that right now to this flu that we have, that we can't see it. We can't see when other people have it. We can't see it in the air. We can't see it around us, but it exists. It's there. And so there's so many things in our lives that we can't see, but we just trust that they are there. And this is one of those things. And so Spirit is reminding you to keep dreaming, even though you can't see the results at this time. Keep dreaming, keep believing, keep hoping, keep praying, setting intentions. Don't get down on yourself. Give yourself the time, the care, the attention that is necessary for you at this time. The fifth card, which is, actually I do think it's green tourmaline. Isn't that funny? Oh, it's gray. It's kind of greenish. Gray tourmaline. And okay, so this card is about manifesting. So you may be trying to work towards some goal of bringing more money into your world, or bringing more abundance of some kind. And we always have to do so for the highest good of all, and not be selfish in it, not be greedy in it, be grateful in it, and know that it has to be in the highest good of all. That just, because when we manifest something that is out of greed or self satisfaction, I guess, only for ourselves, and forget about everyone else is involved, it doesn't usually work out well. You may get some of the things that you want, but you'll find out there's so many areas that are missing outside of that. So this is about true manifesting and receiving for the highest good of self and the highest good of all involved. So that allow that to happen, and allow that to transpire, and allow it into your heart. Okay, so again, this is about manifestation again. Time of fallow. Creative manifestation occurs more easily when I have nurtured myself and honored my time of fallow. And this means that you need to comfort and nurture yourself. You really are working on manifesting, and the block that's there is the block that you've put into place. And until you can either break through it or heal it, that's to open up your heart space, and nurture it, and honor this time that you're in at this point as a sacred time. And so it's just asking your mind to be open, asking your heart to be open, so you can commit to new ideas, to new direction, to spiritual guidance, and so to use that time to redirect yourself and to manifest into your life all of that which you most desire and want. Okay, so the last card is the spirit of destruction. And the spirit of destruction isn't about circumstances that are destructing, circumstances right now that seem to be destructive. And so what that means is that sometimes we're put into that place so that we make the changes that are necessary for our spiritual growth. And so when we start to see it in that aspect, in those ways, that's when we can begin to manifest all that we want. So it's trying to break down all of the illusions, break down all of the self-doubts, the worry, the tendencies that we have to put ourselves down, to think we're not good enough. That's the destruction that is being talked about at this time, is that you need to sit with those things and understand that was part of your path to learn, to experience, and then to help you to move forward. And as you're moving forward, you're clearing out all of the things that held you back. So for yourself is to open up to a new reality, to a new lifestyle, open up knowing that you're deserving And so it's the messages that you're telling yourself that need to change. And the Purple Heart. Okay. This card is about your creative potential and using your gifts, using your abilities, your insight, whatever your gifts are, to really become creative. And this is from a sense that there was a gift that you were born with, and to use that gift and to align with that gift. And if you don't know what that is, then spend time meditating, spending time, these two cards come up a lot together, sorry. Spending time meditating, spending time opening yourself up to just being open to receive ideas and thoughts and creativities, and that's where you're going to find your powers. And so the other part of that, the second card that came up, was the card of boundaries. And so you really have to get clear on your boundaries, allowing yourself to protect yourself and nurture your intentions and follow your true self. And so instead of somebody saying, oh, you're not good enough for that, or you're not worthy enough for that, or you're too stupid for that, or whatever messages that you have been told in the past, you're too fat for that, your hair's the wrong color, all of these different things that we continue to tell ourselves. And so set up boundaries around yourself, not allowing any of that negativity is. Move towards the positive people, the people that are in your circle that can give you the strength and the ability to not have to take on some of these challenges that you have been taking on. So make sure you set your boundaries really clearly, and then protect that, surrounding them in the light. And this card is, when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. And that's clear on, or true on, every single thing that we set our intention to or set our mind to, is when we tune into that energy, when we become that energetic feeling that we are abundant, that we are worthy, whatever those things are, but we have to truly feel it right down into our bones. And so again, holding your hands up into your heart and reminding yourself that you are energy, and you can change your energy, you can create your energy, and you can bring forth abundance into your life. And whatever abundance means to you, that's what this is about. And so with the boundaries, it's blocking out any of the negativity, negative messages. Just not, that doesn't belong to me. I'm not taking that on. That's for them to figure out themselves and send it back with blessings and love. And so you're only tuning in to this energy of abundance and love to manifest. And so the last card is Spirit is saying you need to, at this time, nurture yourself. And Spirit is helping you to nurture yourself. So if you ever feel off balance or misaligned, then to go to that place where you do nurture your being. Doing a child, I can't remember what they're called, a journey with your inner child, and seeing the times and the places that you haven't felt loved. And so in doing so, when we first learn that from, you know, age 0 to 5, and then we go into school, and then we find situations that affirm what we've been told. And if some of the messages are not great messages, such as you are unworthy, you're stupid, you're not wanted, all of those things. And so that's what we nurture ourselves with, and we begin to believe that. And so now what Spirit is asking is that you take those messages and you throw them out, and you wipe the slate clean, and you begin to nurture that child self within you and heal the wounds of the past. Heal your connections, heal your relationships, and heal your mind, and going deep into the recesses of your mind and putting in the messages that are true, the messages of I am worthy, I am beautiful, I am whatever it is that you am, that you make sure that you are nurturing your soul first and allowing all of the what doesn't matter just to fade away, to be released. So just spend some time in that state and doing that. And the final card is, and this just wanted me to take the Patch Tarot, and I don't know why, but I will. So this message in this, for the 7th one, there's one. Okay, so there is a person. It's an energy of, okay, an energy of, it's a male energy, so it's a masculine energy, and it's of somebody that really wants to make moves, wants to go forward, wants to create and show, and is on this incredible journey. But it's just like, okay, I'm ready, and they just go. And this can be an act that's reckless if you aren't fully aware of what's transpiring. It's almost like just going blindly into something. And so it's really asking you to take action, but do it for all the right reasons. Do it out of love, and do it from the heart. And just be careful for knowing that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And so knowing before you've made those moves that there will be consequences. And so if you're kind of aware of what those consequences are, and it could be consequences that you tell yourself. So if you make a really rash decision and then you move forward with that decision and then you go, shoot, why did I do that? Make sure you're being mindful, because the Ace of Discs really is clarifying this card. And that's about pure manifestation. Discs are money. And so it's really to understand where your role is, where you place yourself and how you place yourself. But it's really tapping into all of that, that energy, and the energy of wholeness and of completeness, and being mindful and aware. Okay, and so the next card is spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. And so this is what this here is talking about. It's being completely aligned, as completely recognizing what it is you want, your goals, and knowing that Spirit has your back, that Spirit is there for you, that Spirit can assist you, but it has to come from this place of purity and of love. And that's a very bright place that radiates outward. So being aligned with spirit so that you can move in the direction that you want to. The card that comes out next is the Dancer of Lies. And so really what that talks about in this instance, it's about the lies that you've hung on to, the lies that you've told yourself, the lies that have pressured you, or the lies you're telling yourself about somebody else. And so seeking truth rather than lies, because lies just get us stuck into a place that we rarely know how to get out of. And so finding that place of moving through and being very aware of when you're responding, when you're reacting, when you're choosing, when you're making decisions, where that decision is coming from, and dance around the lies and get back to that place of truthfulness. You have to be truthful to yourself. Very important. And the next card is the Hunter of Dreams. And so from understanding that we're letting go and we're recognizing these lies that have been around us, comes the Hunter of the Dreams. And so because we're opening ourselves up to, it's giving it to Spirit and saying, open up my dreams. I want the world. I want to create. I want to manifest my own reality, my life. And so be clear on what that is within your life. And the Hunter of Dreams will go ahead and find the pathway for you. So will lead you in directions, often unknowingly why, but you'll just, I need to go that way because, and you will follow the Hunter of Dreams. And they will lead you through with their arrow. Wow, with their arrow to where you need to go. There's also a transformation that comes within this, because there's so much pride within yourself that you've worked so hard to get to that place. And so this card says, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. And there can be that's so true. If you notice some people just walk into a place and they can change the entire mood of a room just because of the way that they have presented themselves. And it's typically without fear. And it can be people that are fearful that know how to conquer that fear and to walk through that fear and just do it. And so just to walk through it and so choosing joy, choosing happiness into any situation means that you can change the vibrational frequency of that situation. You can create, it's your choice. If you want to stay stuck being angry, stuck being mad, stuck being frustrated, any of those things, that's up to you. But that's what you're going to bring back to yourself. So when you want to introduce joy and happiness into a situation, you're going to walk in there and it's going to change. The whole scenario will change. It changes the vibrational frequency all around you. And it does affect others because we all are energetically connected. And we can feel, some can feel more than others, but it's to allow for that change. Okay. So the last card. Okay. So the last card is the card of path awareness. And so with that, it's about asking from the heart, from the depths of our soul, from a place of love. When we ask, sorry, I had to yawn. When we ask from that place, we're always guided back to the right path that is necessary for our central purpose. I know the times that I have stopped. I stopped in the middle of the road once and just, this isn't what I want. This isn't where I want to be. And from that point forward, I just kept making choices because it wasn't where I wanted to be. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. And so I realized that I needed to create that. And so I've just opened up and asked Spirit, that is, if this is what my intention is, if this is my goal, if this is my life's purpose path, then just to allow it to happen and guide me in the directions that I need to be guided towards. And in doing so, you'll notice that so much opens up before you. And one last card, because it says so. Yep, this is a card of the path awareness, and then the card of the star. And that's about, again, having faith, but understanding that star that's within yourself, that those gifts where your path is taking you to. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It can get a little bit intimidating, I would say, thinking you have this pathway. Some people that may seem frightful of that pathway. Let's say it is, being a singer or a songstress, whatever. But having faith that you can capture and resonate your true gifts. So it's time to do that, to become very clear on what your path journey is, and to go in that direction. Have faith, because your central purpose, or your soul's purpose, is within you. Okay, so just want to say before, if you meditate at all, because I'm such a huge believer in meditation, when you go into meditation, ask that all channels swing wide open, that visions are crystal clear, and decisions and my intentions are manifested fully and realized. And so when you set yourself into that state, so you may want to really hold your heart on that and say it over and over until you actually believe it, and knowing that it's all possible. All these things are possible for you, for yourself, for your growth, and that they're ready, waiting for you. Okay, so I hope I gave you a little bit of insight into today, and that you have a beautiful Easter weekend. And namaste, much love, and many blessings sent.